Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Shantia, and in today's video I would love to discuss first impressions and why they sometimes don't matter. First impressions are not as important as second, third, fourth, and so on impressions, and let me tell you why. When you're going to meet someone initially, you're trying to put on this sort of air that you think that they want to see. If you're going to meet your neighbors, you're going to knock on their door and you're going to have this face on. You're going to try to say the things that you think that they want to hear in order for them to think that you're a good neighbor. When you're going on a job interview, you have all of these answers in your head to questions that you think that they're going to ask you. Also, if you're African American and you're going into a corporate job, you're going to code switch. And this is common in places that are especially predominantly white, and you're going in there as a person of color. If you're going on a first date, you've maybe met this person off online, you're going off what you've read about them, maybe the short conversations you've had when you've been texting, and so now you're trying to put on this front of how you think that they want you to act. If you're meeting someone's parents, once again, there's that whole personality that you've embodied that you think that they want to see. This is why it is so important to get to know someone before you start judging them, because first impressions, though they might be important, they're not that important. I love to judge people off multiple impressions. I like to see how they act around their friends, their parents, how they act at restaurants when someone's serving them. And it's great to see how others act when they interact with others, because they're no longer thinking about what you think about them. They're thinking about what the person thinks about them that they're talking to. And yes, if someone has a bad, just horrible first impressions where they're being disrespectful and rude toward me, I'm not going to give them a second, third, and fourth, and fifth chance to show me that they're not rude. And this is because even though you're having a bad day, you should also know how to treat people when you're having a bad day. I know how to treat people when I'm having a bad day, and thus I hold others to the same standard that I hold myself. Social media has also played a huge part in why people are not being their authentic selves. They're being what they think their audience wants to see. For example, if you're a brand new channel on YouTube, you're going to be posting a variety of content where people can gauge and see what your personality is. However, that first video that pops off and becomes popular, a lot of influencers and content creators, they concentrate on this one topic. And that is the horrible thing to do, because now they're only seeing this one part of you. And even though you don't feel like recording that content, you have to now record that content because that's what your audience expects of you. This is why I put all of this content, so that you can see a variety of things that I am. I'm not just one thing, you guys. I'm multifaceted, as everyone is, and that's why you have to get to know people not just on that one thing. Have you ever had that one person that this different personality for everybody, for their black friend, for their Latina friend, for their Asian friend, or even if it's just like a different personality for different personalities, maybe this person's a little bit more outgoing, so they see them and now they've got to be the outgoing best friend. This person's a little bit more quiet, so when they're dealing with them, they want to be a little bit more quiet. When do you get to be yourself? When are you actually putting yourself out on the table for others to judge you and say, hey, this is the type of person I want to be around? You don't have to appeal to everybody. And a lot of people, they also have this idea that they're going to disappoint people, especially if people have them on a high pedestal. If they think highly of them, they think they're going to disappoint these people because they're not being their authentic selves. They know that sooner or later something's going to come out and people are going to see how they really are, and they feel like they're no longer going to be able to hold as high a standard in people's eyes because they're being fake about it. If you be real and you're real from the start, and people grow to like you for how you actually are, then you have no reason to feel like you're going to disappoint people. I struggled. When I say I struggled with this in my 20s, it was crazy. I would put on these specific facades and I lost myself. And during the year of 2019, 2020 is when I really dug into myself and I said, I can't live like this. I need to stop asking people's opinion. I need to stop relying on other people. I need to stop trying to be what other people want me to be. And I changed. I did a lot of journaling. I did a lot of meditation. I stopped trying to please people. I said no to so many different things. When I tell y'all the amount of stress that I became relieved from when I realized I don't have to do this at work. When I realized I don't have to do this in my personal life. Just by saying no. Because I said no to things that I would say yes to make people happy. So you telling me I'm putting all this burden on me so that you won't have the burden and you can be happy. So I'm taking your burdens? I'm not doing that. And guess what? When you say no, life still moves on. You're replaceable. People will still be okay with you if you set standards and they know where your boundaries are, because they'll find somebody else to do it. A lot of people, they still deal with this. They still deal with shaking off these fake personalities. And this is why first impressions, they don't matter to me. Because I know some people, they still struggle with this. A lot of people, especially when they're dating, they're trying to date somebody, they go and they take up pottery courses and they go, in my case, I tried rock climbing. Let me stop. Because there's no way I'm going to keep this up should I meet someone in this environment, because I really don't like this. So if you're trying to take on a pottery course and you meet someone doing this, you're gonna most likely stop going to this class after y'all meet because you've met them. But if it is something that they like to do and they liked you being there in that class and doing that with you, and now you reveal to them, I really don't like pottery. I just took that up because I wanted to meet somebody. Find friends doing things that you love. Otherwise, you're gonna lose friends because you really don't like these things anyway. I would love to hear your thoughts as per usual. Do you agree with me? Do you not? That's the whole point of videos. I love to pick your brain and know what you guys are thinking. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video. Also, go watch my shorts. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.